What's up, everyone? This is Carlos, aka Adam, back with a special edition of Night 1 Fyter Fest for AEW, my preview and predictions. So, right now, they're going to be doing their Fyter Fest pay per view, obviously, this time on TV, so it's going to be spread out over 2 nights. So, I'm going to be doing my preview and predictions for Night 1, which actually happens tonight. As always, you can find me on my social media down there. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, all that other stuff. So there are 5 matches. I'm going to be, as I always do with my preview and predictions, I'm going to give both my shoot and kayfabe predictions and confidence points. So we'll go through confidence points first. Basically, you take the number of matches, here being 5, you assign a number value. Your most confident match, you assign 5 points. Your least confident, you assign 1 point, and down the line. And for every one you get right, you add that value to your total. So I'm going to do that. And then for predictions, I do shoot and kayfabe. So when I say shoot, I mean, who do I actually think is going to win at the end of the night? Who is going to be the winner? My kayfabe prediction is who do I want to win based on the storylines and my own personal connection to the match, to the wrestlers. Sometimes they're different, sometimes they're not. So that's how we're going to go. So first match, we got Private Party versus Santana and Ortiz, regular tag team match. Obviously, Matt Hardy has now aligned himself with Private Party, Hardy Party. Both these teams could use a win. Obviously, Private Party has, they kind of cooled off a little bit since the tag team tournament when they beat the Young Bucks. They were obviously off for a little while because they were in New York I believe they were in New York during the pandemic that was going on, so they were kind of quarantined there for a while. Santana and Ortiz also, it seems like they've kind of been more embroiled in whatever feud Inner Circle's been in than what any kind of tag team scene. I don't believe they've even sniffed the tag team titles or been in a position to be even number one contenders at this point, even though they've been ranked very high at some points. So obviously, with the Inner Circle being in kind of influx at the moment, with everything that happened with Sammy Guevara, and it seems like Jake Hager has his match, which we'll talk about, and Jericho will actually be on commentary for Night 1. So there's a lot of things that are up in the air for both teams. So I'm going to go straight to my predictions. Who do I think is going to win? I think Santana and Ortiz are going to win. I think they need it more than Private Party, because Private Party, at any point, they can just kind of, get a surprise win, get some momentum. I think Santana and Ortiz as the established tag team, and also because of the fact that I do think the Inner Circle, I'm not sure what's happening with the Inner Circle now. I think they could be thrust into the tag team division, even though it's super crowded right now, but I think that it could be really good for the tag team division. Maybe have another tournament for number one contendership, depending on who wins the tag team title match, later on in the evening, because I assume that it'll be the main event. So shoot is Santana and Ortiz. Kayfabe, I want to see Private Party win. In my kayfabe brain, I think Private Party is more fun. I don't want to see them fall too far. I find them very fun, especially on things like BTE. But it's because of the fact that I've said it could go either way. I don't know how they want to play that. It could be Private Party needs Matt Hardy to kind of bring them back up, or it could be Santana or Ortiz going down and then working their way back up. So I only have one confidence point on this one. My next match is Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus, Jurassic Express versus Wardlow and MJF. This one was signed last week on Dynamite after the great lumberjack match between Luchasaurus and Wardlow, just absolute hoss battle. But obviously, because everything broke down and the fights broke out, that what's his name, Tony Khan signed this match. I think the Jungle Boy MJF rivalry is great. I think it's one of those between two young and up-and-comers that can, really span several years if they do it right. I trust AEW when it comes to long-term story booking. So I think it'll be really good there. MJF still hasn't lost. The only loss he's had is in a 4-way match where he wasn't pinned. I think they want to keep him strong. I think that, he is going to take that undefeated record eventually to the TNT title and fight Cody for it. That's just my prediction there. Okay, so for some reason I didn't put my predictions down. So MJF. Okay, so my predictions for shoot I believe MJF will win. I also kayfabe want him to win. I want to keep him strong. I think Jungle Boy has taken losses in several ways. I mean, obviously the TNT title tournament, and he's lost to MJF in a fantastic match at, I believe it was Double or Nothing. And both him and Luchasaurus, they can lose it because they're fan favorites, so I don't think they would lose anything terribly from this. I gotta try and figure out this goddamn glare. See, it's like, but I don't want to keep my head down like this and expose my head. So, because the computer screen is right there, and that's where I'm getting all my notes. So anyway, yeah. So I'm pretty confident in this one. I have 4 points of confidence on this out of a possible 5. And so yeah, I just think MJF, they're going to just keep him strong and undefeated up until some other time. So we got the AEW Women's title, Shida versus Penelope Ford. So a really good package on the Road to Fyter Fest thing that was on AEW's YouTube channel. Check it out. It's about 10, almost 11 minutes, but it's actually really cool. So there's a lot of heat between the two of them, and it was built up over a short period of time. Obviously, they had to fast track this one because of the injuries to Britt Baker and Chris Statlander. But I really like the way they've been fighting each other. Obviously Ford has been rising. She has, a pinfall victory over Shida in a tag match. She beat the former champion Riho on an episode of Dark about a month ago or so, maybe 2 months ago. Also Kip obviously is the X factor because he will obviously, Kip being Penelope Ford's fiance, Kip Sabian, will be in her corner most likely, and he obviously gets involved in almost every single match. So, but I do think that I don't think Penelope Ford's ready yet to be the champion. I feel like if Shida's going to lose, they want to build up something maybe like a Britt Baker to a more established match, and not that Penelope Ford isn't good at what she does. I think she's just too raw right now to be the champion. So I'm going to go into my predictions. Shida, kayfabe, I want Shida, even though I really do like Penelope Ford. I think her time will come, and this is my most confident match. I believe Shida is going to win because I don't think they want to take the title off her until someone like a Britt Baker or a Chris Statlander or even Nyla Rose coming back. So I have 5 points of confidence on this one. The next match is the TNT title tournament. The TNT title match. Cody the Champ versus Jake Hager. Even though I do know that Chris Jericho is going to be on commentary tonight, I think Jake will be on his own, which kind of changes the dynamic. Obviously, especially being with the Inner Circle, usually they're prone to underhanded tactics, which I think Jake Hager will do, but not as far as having numbers. Unfortunately, they did that press conference last week. That didn't really hit. I see what they were doing there, but it just lingered a little too long. And I think Cody is going to retain. I think they're setting up him versus MJF for that TNT title, where MJF will take it off Cody. Also, when I was looking back at Jake Hager so far since he's been in AEW, he really hasn't had that signature win. He had that title match against Moxley. He lost. He beat Dustin Rhodes after he broke Dustin's arm, but that's not, that was to establish him. But Dustin, is kind of more in the line of putting people over at this point in his career. So just go straight to predictions. I think Cody's going to win. Kayfabe, I want Cody to win because I don't think him losing to Jake would be as impactful. I think it'd be more impactful if he loses to someone like an MJF or maybe even someone from the Elite. So middle of the road on confidence points on this one, just 3 points of confidence because, I could see maybe Jake beating him, but I just don't. I don't think they've built up this feud between the two of them enough yet for it to be meaningful. And then finally, we have the AEW Tag Team titles. Kenny Omega and Hangman Page, the champions, versus Trent and Chuck Taylor, the best friends. Doubt Orange Cassidy will be out with them. He might be just getting ready for his next week's match against Jericho. This is one of my most anticipated matches. I'm a huge fan of Best Friends. I really like Kenny Omega is one of my favorites, and I really like Hangman Page. Us Adams got to stick together. But they had a great video package both last week and some tweaks to it this week on Road to Fyter Fest. The best friends actually deserve it. What I didn't know, which I actually looked into after they had mentioned it, they've been a tag team for several years now, and in any promotion they've been in, they've never been the tag champs, which I thought was very interesting. I think they totally deserve it. I think they've been on a roll. I think they've been putting on great matches. I find them great on the mic. They're funny on BTE. They can put together some really good skits. I do think. I just realized how orange it is in here. Like orange as my shirt. Kind of wild. I need to get some kind of better lighting for this place. Anyway, sorry, got distracted. And also, we still are waiting for the time when Kenny Omega and Hangman Page, their team's going to blow up eventually. We know it. I think maybe this would be a good time for it. I think Best Friends deserve it. I think they would be great champs. I think they can bring both the comedy and the seriousness to it. So my prediction is I think the Best Friends take it. I think also because we're going to need some kind of title change at this point. On night 1 or night 2, I don't think that I think the only title next on the other night 2 is going to be Moxley versus Brian Cage, and I just don't think Cage is going to win. Hold on 1 second. Jesus, why is it so orange? There must be something here. Is that too dark? That's too dark. Sorry about that. Anyway, so I do think there's going to have to be some kind of title change on this pay-per-view. So shoot, Best Friends, kayfabe, Best Friends, got to give the people what they want, but I'm not confident in this because I know that they could stretch this blow-up, eventual, my head's shiny too, the eventual breakup between Kenny and Paige later on down the road. So I only have 2 confidence points on that one. So there you have it. Pretty short. Only 5 matches, but maybe there could be something else that pops up on Fyter Fest. I mean, it's only going to be 2 hours, and it's going to be with commercial breaks. So, as always, as I say, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, social media down there. So I will, and I'll do a review for this probably tomorrow as well. It'll be kind of a little different the way I do my my AEW videos this week. Because of this, even though I know also WWE is doing the Great American Bash, but I don't count that because they don't have a full lineup. I think they're just obviously trying to do this as counter programming, even though they didn't really hype it up this way, like as a pay-per-view, the way AEW did for Fyter Fest. Yep. All right, everybody. Stay safe. Love each other. And bye now. Thunder Buddy. Thunder Buddy. Assemble. Thunder Buddy Assemble. Do you not remember how it works? Supposed to come and help me out. Whatever. Oh, it's too late now. No.